Okay, my sound was off. Sorry, I had it muted. I'm back now. Hi. Um, yeah, Dave. Dave asked in the chat. Welcome everyone. Dave asked in the chat if we're gonna get hit by that hurricane that's hit Grenada pretty hard. Well, it soared off to the east, and I think it's east of Galveston, but west of Houston. So it might up tropical storm go up between them. Maybe even hit Houston. We don't get much here in San Antonio as far as weather. We get good storms, but we don't get tornadoes, earthquakes, or hurricanes. Nothing seems to reach us. I think there was one tornado one time, came through years back. I was hearing. Mainly we're hot. 91 currently. But we did have a little bit of rain come through last night. Cooled things down. I woke up this morning to a nice cool 75. I opened up the windows, the balcony. It was very nice. Got a nice breeze going through here. Debbie got some rain. Hey, Debbie. We never got any rain. We didn't get a lick up here. I wanted a little bit. We didn't get anything. We just got a little cool. All right, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. Those are my classes I used to do on Wednesday. Well, I had these one classes. We do Wednesday classes now, but the names change over the year. And so Sunday evening with Roxanne. I appreciate you all joining in. So let's get to it. An immense amount of work that I do in figuring out this game. And the biggest fear I had to get over, it's a right or wrong. Is the direction I'm going right or wrong? And I always have a resounding thing in my head from what Abraham said years ago. She goes, there's 1,000 ways to the top of the mountain. And I get that, So you have to find your own journey. You get guidance, you get ideas, but you have to explore it. And one of the things that really, really I work hard on, I call it the counterance mind. You have an idea, then your mind automatically gives you an opposing side. Being encouched in polarity, our whole life is good and bad, yes and no, this or that, inside, outside, us and them. So we always have a division, right? Creation is not divided. We know that. The division obviously lies in our head. We look at things through these divisionary aspects or truths. But when I'm ascending and doing my transcendence work, I get my mind beats the crap out of me. Hello, Smitty. Happy Sunday to you, darling. Hi, LOL too. So I get this. Thank you, Dom. Welcome. I get this mind that counters, and it's packed full of emotion. You get this, and then the mind goes, well, what about this? And what about this? And then you're paying attention to them. I always paid attention to my thoughts because they were real. And those reels, the value of it, okay, let's consider a dormant object that doesn't work. You plug energy into it, and it works, okay? As soon as you plug energy into it, it works. Now, liken that to your focus. Your focus is the energy that is your will. Your will hits up against a thought, and it explodes it into reality, and it makes it a reality. It makes it real. It makes it valuable. You have your mind discounts a shitload of stuff. If you guys think about it for a minute, right? Think about how much stuff you just, no, not me. And it slides right by you. You don't care about it. You reject it, it means nothing. Well, see, that's a value thing. It doesn't have any value with you. That, that one man's trash is another man's treasure idea, right? So when your mind is valuing things, your memory is part of that value system. It doesn't bring in something. Your memory is created in the moment according to your vibration. So if you're putting this up, you'll get vibratory thoughts based upon that focus. Memories. So the mind of counterance, let's say you're in polarity and someone offers you something good. And then your mind tells you, good, but what about? Yeah, but if this. And then you're distracted. See, and those are very valuable to us because we were taught to be very cautious, to be very scrutiny about things, don't want to waste time, don't want to get duped, don't want to lose, don't want to experience failure or loss. And we take chances and we research things and we go forward, and we all are basing that. Listen. Hello, Kim. Listen to this. We're all basing that on our memory and our value of what we consider reality to be. Reality is absolutely, and you got to drill this into your head every day. Do yourself the due diligence of drilling yourself in the head every day that reality itself in every now is an unconditional world. It doesn't mean anything until you assign that shit yourself, which gives you the value, the experience, the emotion, everything all tied up in a nice little package instantly. And then you make your choices off of that. You make your behavior comes off of that. All your decisions create your world, and your world is created by your choices. It's simple. And your mind is telling you this, and the mind always gives you counterance. It gives you goods and bads. It always gives you the solid objective to it, the opposite. And if you start to observe that, right? I want you to. I was telling Debbie this the other day. I was going through this period of time. I was getting this experience. I had something in my life that came in and changed my life. Not for good or bad. I won't put it in polarized, but definitely experiential, definitely valuable to me. And through that object that came in, that reality that showed up, I experienced a whirlwind of emotions inside of me because it was now a reality. It wasn't in my thoughts about hope, about the future, about maybe. It was right dead center in front of me. That's why the now is so important. Live now. Fuck the future. Fuck the past. So that now, that experience, that reality was upon me. And then I rediscovered thousands of emotions inside of me that still had value because of the relationship of that experience. I've been working on them in different demographics of my life, different belief systems, different ideas of myself. And I call it demographics because I look at belief systems like that. They're triggered in those different ways, right? So this one was very valuable. And it was like I'm in the middle of I called it an eddy. You know what an eddy is? It's like a whirlpool in the corner. So I'm in the middle of this eddy and swimming around me, swirling around me, emotions. And they are knocking me in every direction. But I've learned with an insatiable amount of discipline to absolutely allow it. Let those emotions run through me. So I was watching something, and I want you to maybe do this for yourself so you can get a better notion of what it is to have an observer inside of you. Thank you so much, Holly. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Absolutely. All your decisions create your reality. So when do yourself a favor, go up and go to YouTube and plug in Karens or police chases or people hitting cops, just something that is very high energy encounters, and observe that person when they're acting like a fool. And they are acting like the fool. And once they get up, they're drunk and they're high, they come to their senses and they apologize and they do all that stuff. But they, in that moment, that's their truth, right? And it's very valuable. It's very real to them. And whatever it is happening, doesn't matter if it's the alcohol induced, it's a truth for them. And they're behaving that way, creating their world, attracting that world. But the key is that the cops are observing him, you're observing them, because you're watching it from home on your TV or your computer, right? So you have that opportunity to observe. Now take it internally. That same person, now watch your behavior when that emotion wraps you and someone pisses you off, right? Or something happens that scares you. Something in your life is giving you anxiety or fear, or something in life is giving you a monumental amount of hope, or you feel a responsibility. You be that person watching yourself from TV. Create that observer. Let the emotions be. Do not stop. Never stop the emotions. Never give the emotions a countenance. I'm feeling depressed. I need to get happy. No, you don't. I have this is scaring me. I need to fix it. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I'll tell you why. Because of vibration. You got to listen to me on this, guys. I've mastered this shit. I'm really fucking good at this. But it takes patience, perseverance, the quality of I love me in every now, and making those tough fucking decisions that don't give you what you seek emotionally to continue an identity. Okay? So let's look at this. Consider this a vibration. We all understand frequency waves, sound waves. So we're going to look at it in the idea of vibration. Okay? We can see that. Okay. I have a black one here. Okay. Vibration. Okay, vibration. Let's consider this you. Okay? This state of being, you are not separate from yourself. So you don't have an opinion about yourself. You don't have a judgment. You don't have a countenance mind. You don't have an outside you. It's all I am. And it's perfect harmony. And your entire reality that is attracted in is 100% resonant. And it's law of attraction. I never saw law of effort. I never saw law of purpose, law of pursuit, law of need, law of desire. I saw human, but I never saw anything as pure and as beautiful as the law of attraction. And it works. But you'll never know if you keep using the identity to fulfill the emotions. So if you do not give yourself a fix to the vibration, so this vibration, you're putting out an idea, right? So a reality comes in and your interpretation is polarized. It goes through an interpretation of a truth of a condition. So let's say that condition is somewhere on the negative scale, okay? Pay attention. This is good shit. On a negative scale. And you experience an emotion of negativity, whether it's fear, loss, anxiety, it doesn't matter. It's very uncomfortable and you want to fix it because that's what we told. We were taught this reality is either good or bad or somewhere in between. That's it. There's nothing else, which is total crock of shit. That's right here in the human head. But it's not reality unless you make it that. But since you didn't know there's a possibility of a difference, of course you're going to make it that. That's why this is a master class. You got to wake up. You got to take down all that shit. So what happens if you don't behave the way of countenance. What happens if you don't feed the hungry lion? This is bad, I got to fix it. So what that means is if you are validating this with an opposition of this to get rid of it, then you are validating polarity, continuing the identity. Remember, the identity, the ego, it doesn't give a shit if it's good or bad because it's not you. The ego is a perception. It's a truth of you. It's not alive. It doesn't run the show. It doesn't tell you what to do. Your thoughts are thoughts of, oh, this might happen. This might happen. You should do this. What about that? And then you're like, God, why don't you stop? People ask me so many times, how can you get your mind to stop? I don't want your mind to stop. It won't stop. Thoughts will never stop. But they change. They fucking change. Okay? But you have to do the work. So you have an input, and that reality comes in. And I got that. We'll make it subjective. Back to me. I got this holy shit motion of like, God, I remember I have fear. I don't deserve this. This is, oh my God. And I had enormous emotions, and I had to hold on and let it sway and let me just stay in the eddy, observing it, surrendering to it, allowing it. It penetrates me, it swirls me, and I learn from it. I don't fix it. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. But why would I come to a world that has a potential of uncomfortable if I didn't want to experience it? I'm not a waste of time. I don't make wrong choices. Those are all perceptions of this reality. So we're getting exactly what we want. Exactly, EB. So you have to look at this. I want you to know you're okay with this. You're good enough to do this. You don't need a thing out there that gives you permission to change yourself. You got to have enough self-love, self-deservation that says I'm allowed to explore and become myself right now. And then you'll expose to you, I promise you, all of your dependencies, all of your value on the outside, everything that you've attached as an external reality that sustains the ego, sustains the value of the self. Family, friends, work, everything that you think you have a relationship with it, you have a belief about it. And those decisions, those behaviors create your world. And the world doesn't change. The world stays polarized. But you got to look at the polarity itself. You got to become the observer, watching the Karen go apeshit because she's out of her fucking mind. She got mad because someone took her parking space. Or someone is this or someone is that. And like, I don't like reality like that. I'm going to get mad about it. And she acts the fool and let her do that. It's okay. Let people do what they want to do. But you just look at it, learn from it. God damn it. Learn from the classroom that you've given yourself, the classroom of humanity. There's so much to learn about reality, so much to experience about a world. When you stop getting caught up in the polarity and you're going back and forth like a ping pong and you think that's life. And then you get this sense and this maturity and this growth, and you become this divine understanding of reality through your own intelligence. That can't come from a book. It's inherited. It's what you are already. I say it all the time. You never, ever, ever lost your godship. You are always and ever shall be a god. You just have a perception that says it's not. And it's a very powerful, it's a very valuable perception because it gives us the full experience of not knowing your God, not knowing your eternal creator, not knowing that you are one creating the all, always, right? So we can change that. We can change that in ourselves by observing, by allowing, by letting your emotions be, by not using the counterance mind. When those thoughts come and they're just crazy, and then you're attached and you're like, wow, but this is really real, Roxy. I mean, I'm really afraid. And you're like, good, is anything happening now? Call me, fucking call me. Email me. I'll give you my fucking number. Call me. I'll walk you through it. And I'll show you how insane it is to value something that's not happening in the now. The fears of the future, the hopes of the future. And then you'll see, I don't need that because nothing's happening except my now. And you learn to live in that vibration. You learn that now is eternal. That nothing else is out there when you're now. Only your memory, sparking the ideas of the past and the future, giving you a reality of there and then, which has nothing to do with your vibration now unless you make it that truth, which creates your world. This is great stuff. It works. Because I live it. I was a mess. And if I can clean up this kingdom, anyone can clean up their kingdom. It's taken me 11 years. But so what? Where am I going? I'm eternal. What's 11 years? And that's 11 years. And now it's not 11 years for you, though, because it's all here. You have it within you. Watch the videos. Everything there you need is there. You have your own intelligence. You have your own wisdom. At the beginning, it's frustrating because you have all these thoughts and your mind is automatically, well, what do we do? How do we do that? How do we do that? What does that mean? What does that mean? No reason, no meaning, no how. Be now and allow. The simplest formula in the world. It's so easy. You'll start to see, you'll start to feel, you start to trust, you'll start to notion, you'll start to instinct. You start to feel these things. You have the courage to make the choices that change your reality and disappoint everybody around you. JP with a big booyah. Thank you, darling. 20 Canadians. Thank you, hon. We have that. All of us have that. I'm not fucking special. Okay? I just chose one day to channel and say, there's got to be something else. My biggest fear in the world was becoming Roxanne. And if I did that, channeling was easy. People can call me crazy because, they can call me this, or it can be made up in my head and it's blah, blah, blah. And you don't do this and you don't, all that. But I transitioned. I was like, this is simple now. The courage was easy. But what was really hard, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to fucking blow smoke. It was difficult. It was uncomfortable. It was painful and scary to transcend myself. The rage, the anger, the anxiety, the fucking anxiety, the fears about the authorities that are going to come get me and take me away. You make plans, your mind tells you, well, what happens if, and you play all these scenarios out in your mind. Don't. They're not real. You don't make them real. You be now. What you put out is what you get back. You're not putting out diarrhea. You're not going to get back diarrhea. You got to trust the law of attraction. Here I am. Nothing's happened to me except my growth, except my wisdom, except my awakening, my expression, my transcendence. The beauty of discovering who I am. More of who I am, truly. And you get this nature about you. And it comes out in your clothes, and it comes out in your expression of your physical expression, but all the way you behave and you talk. Things change, and it's wonderful. Foods change, the body changes, you go through vibrational shifts. Guys, when you go through a vibrational shift and you get aches and pains, nausea, vertigo, you're going to get these weird stuff. All of a sudden, you're just, I got to go to sleep. You get tired. That's okay. Thank you so much, Debbie. Look at that. We got $25 from Debbie. Shout out to Debbie. Thank you so much. You get those things. You get those emotions. A couple of times I got every joint in my body and I had to crawl to go lay down. It was like, I can't even get to that. Then sometimes you just get tired. And then you get these aches and pains. And then I got these weird spots all over my body. All of a sudden I started getting these red spots all over my body. And then they're gone. Okay? If your body's telling you to eat different foods, eat different foods. Okay? I thought something was seriousness. Yeah. Let the body tell you what to eat. Seriously wrong with me. That helps. Nothing is seriously wrong with you. See, that's the counterance mind. Perfect description. See, what happens when you get a change in your body, your mind goes, oh my God, there's something wrong. Especially if you're used to loving to have things wrong. Laying around, couldn't get it out of bed, things wrong. Yeah. You can lay it around. So what? That's an experience. Only your mind judges your actions. You listen to the mind, then you're listening to that truth. You create that reality. That's your world you create. They're your thoughts. Sitting around, laying around, experiencing pain is an experience. Enjoy. It's not permanent. Right? But back to the body. Listen to it. If your foods change, you do different milks, you do different drinks. Your body wants to get cleaned up for a while. Don't go, I should cleanse, and then go blow your asshole out for a week. I mean, don't do those things purposely. Feel your realities. Start aligning yourself. You're welcome. Yes, to compare is to despair. Very good, Kim. Yeah, don't never compare yourself. But let the body tell you. The vibrations will shift. You don't need to do what the outside says. Listen to the body. You are smart. You don't believe you're smart because it didn't come through a book. It didn't come through an authority. And you're going to be wrong. And you don't want to take the chance of being wrong and fuck up in your world and getting criticism. You got that from day one when you got to the planet. And all that energy is around you. It's no wonder it's grooved into you. But you can change that. You're okay. You're I am. You're fine. You're God now. Go find yourself. Go find yourself. Go find the persona, the internal self. Let yourself express. Let yourself be reflected. But observe but allow yourself at the same. Always observe, but allow yourself to be that person. And then have the humility to go, I'm full of shit. This is my bullshit. This is my ego. Look at my big fat ego. Right in the middle of a conversation or argument, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. That's me. Yeah, I know. And your emotions want to get it right and make them look wrong or be better or justify, but don't be seduced by that. Don't feed the energy of that. You're enough without the value of anyone else's approval. Learn that, master. Learn that. Observe how much you need people. You need that value. You need that externalism. You're enough. I know it and you know it. You just forgot it. Brilliant. So observe that countenance mind. Observe yourself. Okay? Be humble. Be honest. Choose different. Don't choose at all. Observe, watch. Don't make anything happen. See how the now flows and nothing changes except the beauty of you being realized. All right? Okay. I think we're about half an hour. So listen, I love you guys. I really do. Be the master. You can do the work. Thank you so much again to JP for the $20 super chat and Debbie for the $25. Thank you so much, guys. If you need me, you can contact me on the website down there. I got a lot of stuff on YouTube. The classes aren't for the next set of classes aren't for a couple of months, so we won't talk about that yet. Love you too, Rebecca, and you're welcome, TK. If you care to donate, you can always donate on odysseyofascension.com. And if you need me, you contact me and give me a call. If you want to talk about something. If you can't understand this, I'll fucking talk to you. And why? Because I'm here. I'm a reflection of you. I'm part of you. So let's get it done. Let's change your life. Okay? Love you. We'll see you all next week. Booyah. Good night, everyone. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Great conversation. Kim, of course, JP, Debbie. Thank you, LOL, TK, Dave, Kevin. Who else? Nicole, thank you so much. EB, thanks, darling. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And have a great week coming up, okay? All right. Bye.